don't get Aaron.
Cut it over as far as I could.
Okay,
Hi.
this is our September 11th, 9/11/25 workshop. All present. Let's see if I can move it a little more. Does that include Aaron in there? Nope.
Yeah, all right, we can.
Can they hear us?
Let's make sure we can
Okay,
hear.
yeah. So, one of the things we probably can do as a board is talk about how we run our workshops. We've just dealt, we don't have an agenda. We've dealt with things that we feel we need to discuss. We don't really call it to order or adjourn like we would our regular business meeting.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that. We might start having agendas with everything that's coming up, that we can discuss during workshop, as long as people know that we don't make absolute decisions during our workshop. And Aaron, why don't you, I have a list as well, but you might have the same things I do on it, so.
Yeah, so I think the big thing is, one of the big things is emails and figuring out, who's going to handle which ones and where they go and things like that. You have CEO emails, you have the emails that are going to go to David's inbox need to now go somewhere. You have the emails that are going to the Selectman inbox. Might be all of them. Yeah. So those three, and figuring out sort of the plan of who's going to handle what, where it's going to go. I can change the forwarding in GoDaddy
Okay,
so that it goes to to whoever's going to handle it.
So my thoughts would be David's email gets forwarded to Jen for now because he may have some things that are related to the chair position. And I'm happy to answer general emails and copy everybody back on them on the Selectboard because I'm at my computer every morning and most of the day and then at night, a couple hours in the evening or not. So it's up to you guys.
Did you say Selectman?
Yeah.
Okay. Aaron has been handling all those.
And if he wants to keep going, you can.
And I have that account also, and so you're not still forwarding it to me, or are you? Because
no, I think the big thing with the Selectman emails is just having one person sort of handle it. I mean, I have a problem continuing to do what I was doing, where if it's something for the whole board, then send it out to everybody. But if it's something like the property card requests that come in. The good news about those is, come November, those are going to start going to the new assessors. So that's one of the things that they're going to be taking over. So those can
go to them, and
go right to them, and they'll be able to respond to those. And those are like the big ones, sort of right now, that kind of come in. And then obviously we get things that need sign off. We've got one in there right now that's a pole permit.
We have to do that on Monday?
Yeah.
Okay. Those are the kinds of things that, as a select board will do. So, I mean, I did get that one, so I'll print it out so we can sign it and I'll scan it back to them.
Yep.
How about anything that needs to be taken care of as a board on our business meetings, I can handle in terms of printing it out, getting it signed, or what have you.
Yep.
And anything else that comes down the pike through the select board. And maybe you want to look at the CEO stuff?
That's fine. Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm happy to help.
Okay, so Dave's can be forwarded to me,
Yep.
and you can do that on?
Yep.
Okay.
I can forward Dave's to you. I can forward the CEO stuff to Saban.
So are we just making a pile for Norm, or does he have an email we're forwarding it to?
He has an email at in Newfield, but I think I would make a pile on the desk here. He's in here on Mondays. He's reachable by phone, cell phone. Do you have his cell phone?
No, I'll get all the contact information from you. Yeah, because the town of Newfield might get irritated with us for forwarding him stuff to his town email.
I wouldn't. That's why I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I think that's only fair.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, so I I'll fix those, because there were also some things that were forwarded to David's. So all like the CEO emails are being forwarded to him, so I'll just
okay,
fix that. Do you want me to, I'll remove, now that you have access to the inbox, I'll remove the forwarding for selectmen.
okay,
And then, yeah, so I'll get all those set up. And then, yeah, I'll handle the selectmen inbox, and then just forward to you guys as it comes across, if it's not something that's a quick answer or something like that.
Okay.
And I can just,
and we'll know that you're taking care of the property card, so I won't have to,
yeah,
okay. We'll show you how to get on camera and do all that good stuff.
Perfect.
Okay,
and then, yeah, and then I can show you how to do some of the website stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty intuitive. I set up your access today, so hopefully you got that email.
Yep, I'll wait till you and I can sit before I get in there.
Yeah.
he's worked through some of that stuff with me. I don't think it's intuitive, but, okay,
I'm familiar with having to update the site, so.
okay,
Yeah.
But I don't use GoDaddy, so it might be different.
yeah,
It's not, it's
It's
right through
Civic
Civic Plus. Yeah, you
Okay.
actually go to our website and log in. There's like a login there, so we can do that. But mostly it's just, right now, it's just setting up meetings and things like that. We can, as we add more things and do more things, we can add to the website.
Perfect.
Job postings and things like that, we can start adding bids. So I've been kind of just posting a lot of that stuff that we post to Facebook.
And are the ladies in the front office handling posting all of the, like, notices and?
They do it all to Facebook,
Okay.
and then I do it on the website.
it's on the website. So we post, I'm jumping in here because I heard you say the word bid. I had a meeting with, the governor's office, today, and the bid, we got a grant for $64,400 to do an energy audit and an assessment of what the needs of the town would be
Yep.
in order to pay for all of our electricity, cut down what we're spending. We put a bid out, and Aaron put it on our website as well, and because there was so much outreach, we got 16 responses to that
Wow.
for an energy auditor,
Nice.
which surprises me,
Yeah.
that many, so that means I'll be reading a lot. Anyway,
Are they gonna be making the decision on selection, or are we?
we'll have insight into that selection for sure.
Okay,
I mean, I insist, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Next was agenda and minutes. Obviously, from an agenda standpoint, it's kind of a collaborative effort, but someone at the end of the day has to put it together.
Yep.
I did it last week. I don't mind continuing.
Are you
to do
sure?
it. Yeah.
You sure?
It's not
Okay,
difficult.
okay.
It-
You're probably in front of your computer a lot more than I am.
8 to 5 pretty much
Yeah,
every day.
exactly.
Yeah.
And if I don't
Yeah.
have to be, I'm not, okay? That works for me, And having it posted on the website, you know, people have said before that, you know, we don't have an agenda posted, so it would be great if we had it posted on an earlier time frame, and then if we have to update it while we're having our meeting, we can.
And we're gonna continue to meet in the meeting room.
I would like to do that,
Yep.
yeah.
I think it makes people feel more able to attend. It's not quite as congested.
And it's a nice space to
Yeah.
be open, and I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. Yeah, so if you have items that you want on the agenda, we'll send them to Aaron and
Okay.
we'll put that together. But then it comes down to what do we do with our hard copies, especially the signed copies. Like, you know, I have a signed copy. Do we want to start a new box or a file somewhere?
I'm gonna put a binder out.
I think we should have a file for the fiscal year, for each fiscal year, because as we go forward with audits, that's part of what they're going to audit, because it's going to have all the approvals for all of the
Warrant.
Things that were in our,
all the APs.
Right.
So
so you want to put not only the agenda in the minutes, but our APs that we sign, all of that stuff.
I would, yeah.
Okay.
We need to figure out what we can and can't post. I think.
They've just been in boxes over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
I think going forward, that's something that the auditor is gonna look for, so it's gonna be part of a file that, you know,
How
at the end of the year, we say, all right, this is our, all of our minutes and everything. So we can say at the end of the year, all right, this was approved in our September 18th meeting, and we can
right,
zip back to that meeting, and then we have it.
these banker, boxes, like, what's the computer is on?
Yeah.
If the hard copies, I mean, we could put them in there with dates. You
Yep.
just start at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I mean, because ideally, that's what, I mean, you should have that for every year as you go forward.
Right,
Because you could file them by month, and then it's easier, quicker
yeah, that,
access.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, so,
But yeah, so some sort of better filing system for that would be ideal.
right,
We also, I mean, we'll have obviously the copy on the website as well, so you'll have the agenda and
so
the
we,
minutes.
yeah, we have it filed.
It's not signed, it's not the signed version, because when you do the signed version, it doesn't allow you to have it searchable,
Oh, interesting,
because it's a picture of the text instead of the actual text.
okay.
So, but, yeah, I think that's, going forward, that's sort of how we should do it. I don't know how easy it'd be to obtain everything since July 1st to now, but, yeah, so we can grab it.
Next time I come in, I'll,
Yeah.
I'll take a bunch and sort them.
And if you share that system, we could all do it. I mean, I don't mind coming in someday and putting it.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. And speaking of auditors, I just wanna say too that I know we have concerns, they're working on 22, 23 right now. And we feel like we are very, very far behind. There's things that we couldn't do because of that, like we couldn't get a bond because we're not up to date on our audits, that if we ever decided as a town that's what we wanted to
Right.
do. But, there are other auditor companies like RHR that have issues as well. So, if we just kind of stay on top of Bellevue, I think, like we've been doing, I think they will be,
Do we need to attempt to get them to give us a national price schedule so we know what we're paying for when?
we have a contract with them, and
Is that the auditor contract we looked at the other day?
Yes.
It doesn't have any prices in it.
No, it just says hourly, it just says
And
you'll be
and
billed.
hourly may vary. It says fees may vary. There's no price, there's no set amount in there.
That's not good.
And Daniela said.
Yeah, we need to,
When was that signed?
It was signed.
22, 23?
22.
So before all of our.
And we're not even
contract.
sure it was voted on contract, so it may be invalid.
yeah, it's one of those gray areas because it was, they were assigned to do the certain number of audits.
Uh-huh,
But when it was signed in 23, and it was for up through 23, 24, and 25. And so,
to
Yeah.
do those audits.
Right.
Right,
and so, it's sort of a gray area on whether it needs approval because it's not a true contract of, it's not a 5-year contract. It was
Right.
it was a statement of work sort of that needed to be done. But,
you guys
Yeah.
good with the door open?
yeah,
Okay, even with the fans
it's just
going?
Norm going back and forth.
Okay, but it's just.
My
it's
concern
Oh.
is there's no protection for the town on that side. There's no fee schedule, there's no timeline of when they'll complete things.
Yeah.
And that's been the biggest problem
Yeah.
is they took nearly a year to finish the last audit.
With a lot of extra charges thrown in.
Well, which, they clarified was for non-audit. Yeah, they gave us a pretty hefty bill for some non-audit questions. And so, audit-related stuff, they're billing us at the normal rate.
Between all of us in the building, can we start avoiding some of those questions? Or is it stuff that only they can answer?
We've engaged, is it Blue Point? Is that the name of the?
Blue Star.
Blue Star. Blue Star as, he's
Is it
the guy that we're working with, that Danielle's been working with, is one of the trainers for the state for treasurers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he has been handling our questions, and then one of the he's not the clerk, he's the, I can't remember what his position is, but for the town of Swanville has someone who has been helping her out as well with questions at no charge. So
Awesome.
yeah. So
Do you, I can forward you that, engagement letter that we have.
For the auditors?
Yeah.
I got it.
Well, it's not the auditors, it's the Blue Star.
Oh, Blue
people.
Star. Yeah, I just like to scan it.
yeah,
You wanna see that?
Sure.
Sure. And, that was for, let's see, did he have a time frame in there? It was really detailed.
Yeah, it was for,
Very
we
detailed,
approved, we
yeah.
approved for a certain number of hours. I think it was it 10 hours for Blue Star? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Saban, can we update your employment?
Yeah.
And everything, there's just some forms I need for Monday, so,
You got it.
thank you.
But yeah, so we've found a better way to get around. It obviously still costs money, and some of it that she's able to get from Dave up in Swanville that she can get answers for. You know, he's not been charging and
Oh, he hasn't been?
oh no.
Okay, I didn't.
No, he's been super willing to help out. So Swanville is the town where my mother is a selectman, and so they've been willing to help out with that side of it.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Will she ever come? She should come into a workshop and talk to us.
I could invite her down.
Yeah, no, just to
She-
like chat about, you know, municipalities and how it's been for her and what she's
Yep.
seen as the biggest issues and what she feels like their charter, but
Yeah.
what she feels are things to keep ears and eyes out for, and
Yep.
I'd love it, but maybe she can come down, have coffee with her or something.
Yeah. I know it would break her heart to come down and see the girls too. So.
Yeah.
Next item I had on my list, planning board meetings. I know you were going for a little while,
Mhm.
and then, and so I think it'd be helpful to have one of us there if you want to. I don't know how we wanted to handle it. If we wanted to switch off.
I don't mind going because I've been going.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about going as a former planning board member. Is it awkward? Do you feel, no? Why don't we switch off then? Why don't we on a Monday or whenever, decide
Yeah.
what's going on? They've got I don't know that we necessarily need to go to workshops unless it involves stuff, sometimes I do
Yeah, I
go
think
to
it's just
workshops.
helpful to be in tune and know if they have questions,
Yeah.
about. There's obviously some work around ordinance stuff that they're hopefully going to be able to pick up this year.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah,
Should we just do it on a meeting by meeting basis, or we
Mics
can
are not working very well at all.
shoot out an email and say that
Oh really?
Oh, make sure then they are plugged in.
I'm
'cause
available,
agree.
and then anyone can.
Look, turn
Yep.
it on.
I'll
I
go
can
back
hear.
and forth.
I'm good with that because,
Yeah.
rather than, if something might come up on a Wednesday that you have to take care of and one.
Should we not both? Should not more than one of us attend at a time?
Correct.
Yeah, Jim did go once,
Yeah,
together.
once you asked me to go, and then she was going regularly anyway, so
Yeah.
we're both
Yep.
there. It's one of those things where because there's only three of us. Technically, two of us is a meeting,
Right.
so that's why. Even if we're at a planning board already kind of advertised meeting,
Mhm.
yeah, it's just one of those kind of gray areas.
Yeah, we talked about that a lot at the workshop on Tuesday, about
Yeah.
that kind of a thing, so it's nothing to prevent you from going out for dinner, something like that, but, you can't talk about town business, so.
Right.
Right. Interesting. And, you know what else I learned there that I didn't realize, like, during your 3-year term, you have to be do the FOAA thing.
Yeah.
But then if you're reelected, you have to do it again, so every 3 years, you're supposed to go through the
I
FOAA.
signed up for them too. I saw that.
Yeah. I didn't
Because I did it when I started.
How does that work for 5-year planning board term people?
They
Are
can
they
do it for
supposed-
5 years, it's every term.
Every term?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for us, it would be every 3.
Got it.
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
Try that.
All right, talking, 1, 2, 3.
Try to do it again.
Okay.
All right, I just sent you Norm's information. I'll text Maya.
Had the speed trailer?
Yes, it's, I'll take care of it because
Okay.
David forwarded me all the information on it and the contact. You probably saw the email I sent that
Yeah.
was the wrong connection. So, and I have the,
Good now? Cool.
okay, I have the registration over here, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Cameron here. I mean, if we're not gonna be meeting in here going forward, then I don't know that we necessarily need to spend any money on fixing a camera that we're not gonna use.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yep.
Agreed.
And then, Boston Post cane.
Yeah, we have to do that.
Yeah.
So we have to ask Danielle and Renee for that information.
Okay.
Okay?
Uh,
What we've done in the past is, we get the information, we notify the family, we put an ad in the paper,
yep.
a little bit of a write-up, and then we usually have, you know, a little tiny minor ceremony going
Yep.
to the person's house and letting their family know, and they're usually there, and give a
Do
little.
we get a replica
Yes,
every time?
yep.
Okay. How do we have one or do we need one?
No, we need one, and I think that Daniel will order that as well. So,
Okay.
yep.
I will email them and get that process started.
Okay.
And then that was it for projects that I had in my 5 minutes to come up with them. So that was, 20 things. And then the other one was around open positions. So we have, obviously, CEO. We have deputy CEO, LPI as well. We got that email from somebody, but I don't know if that's, I don't know. I emailed back, so hopefully we'll hear back soon in regards to that.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, deputy CEO and LPI, I think we gotta maybe put that out on the website,
I'm sorry, say that again.
the deputy CEO. So, CEO's already on the website.
Right.
ACO is on the website.
And then we need a planning board secretary. and
Planning board
appeals
secretary,
secretary.
zoning board of appeals secretary.
Yeah.
The
ZBA needs a member, planning board needs a member or an alternate depending on how they decide they wanna go forward. 911 admin,
that'll be filled.
school board,
We just have one, right?
we have one.
Then that'll be filled.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, we got somebody for school board.
There's somebody for 911.
Were you on those
We need, you can-
emails about Joanne?
Yes.
From Joanne?
Yep,
Yeah.
I signed up.
Alright.
EMA, we do not have an EMA, and that's a state
EMA?
statute. Those are required. I've been
Right.
acting as it, but not in any
Yeah.
official capacity.
Yep. Yeah, planning board secretary, if they wanna do a secretary, they don't obviously have to, they can decide if they want Desiree to continue to do that, she can do that. Even as a member, there's nothing that's prohibitive in their bylaws about it.
ZBA secretary.
ZBA needs a secretary, and again, it can be their member.
I'm trying to think who would, well, Tom used to do notes for,
Yeah.
didn't he do notes for the comp plan
Yep.
on occasion?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and they'll need a member to backfill Desiree's position. Yeah, I talked to somebody about the plumbing inspector position, and they wanted to wait a little while to see how things were going. So
I have had that same conversation, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we may be able to convince them to hop on board. So at least give us an LPI and potentially a deputy CEO at the very least there.
I'm gonna respond to Danielle's email that, yes, forwarding was just added to some accounts. She just got an email from
Oh, from GoDaddy,
Yeah.
a bunch of things were changed.
Yep.
Can the clerk be EMA? Clerk or the deputy clerk?
Yes, they could be.
Okay. Yeah, so I think we need to talk to the two of them about GA 911, the 911 admin and EMA positions. I mean, ideally, you want your CEO to be 911.
Right.
Clerk isn't a bad thing, but usually but clerk as your EMA probably makes the most sense.
I got an email from somebody up in Newry, Maine, looking for information on a cemetery, and she was the code enforcement officer, LPI, 911 administrator, and EMA.
Yep.
Yep. I'm like, oh, how perfect.
Yeah.
Should I recruit her?
Yeah, right.
Do research while you're here.
Right.
And then the only other thing that I had was the new superintendent for Maine Water came in today.
Oh,
So they've got a new superintendent
Okay.
covering us and I think 3 or 4 others.
okay.
His name's Peter. He was coming in because all 5 of their assessing accounts are listed as Aquamaine Incorporated, and it has not been Aquamaine Incorporated since the 80s.
Do you know, I think this sounds familiar to me. I think we went through this last year with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he also gave me the address to put into 911 for the new building
Okay.
that they built.
Yep.
He's already gone to the post office, their engineering, and has E911 signage up for a certain address for 12 Powerhouse Road.
Okay.
So we determined which of the parcels that was specific to.
Mm-hmm.
And so once we figure out who's going to handle the 911 admin stuff, we'll have to make that change in there.
Yeah.
Because right now it's just 0 Powerhouse Road.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay.
And then he gave me the name to change everything to for that. And then he was I also bent his ear a little bit about the hydrants.
I have so many emails.
Yeah. And so he is going to talk to his engineering department
Uh-huh.
and see. He said there's sort of 2 things. One is they can talk about pricing and figure that out that way, see what kind of plans they have, and but he said that also that currently it is a site-by-site pricing, but they are going to be going to a universal pricing across all of Maine Water.
I think I read that email.
And so the biggest savings will be for sites like ours where it's smaller.
I did read that. Yeah.
He said so your bigger, your Portlands and your bigger
Yeah.
ones are going to help kind of subsidize the smaller ones.
Yeah.
So we may see some of those costs come down. But he was going to email me the engineering contact.
I know I've spoken with Maine Water and the Public Utilities Commission about the costs that we have, and it's difficult to get it changed. I've also spoken with the CEO in Porter. We talked about the cost. They have we have 21 hydrants. They have far fewer than that.
Yeah.
And also to James Libby about changing legislation with the Public Utilities Commission so that we can get a lower cost.
Right.
But it's lobbying. It's a lobbying effort.
Right.
Yep. So I'll be interested to see what he has to say, and CC us on it, and maybe
Yeah.
maybe we can get Porter to band together with us.
Yeah, because I told them that it was inclusive of us, Porter and Hiram. We all had hydrants.
Right.
But yeah. So our portion just to have the hydrants was $51,000 last year.
And they flush them, infrequently, but it
Right.
costs us 47, something like that.
Yeah.
It's over the top.
It does seem over the top, and their reasoning is infrastructure. We're paying for infrastructure throughout the state, so. but it just doesn't seem right for, you know, a municipality of less than 2,000 people, so.
For hydrants that serve less than 500.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they don't come up Elm Street, they don't serve you guys, they don't,
No, and yeah. Yeah, it's only in the main water district. It's
Yep.
only in that.
they have dry hydrants, but those aren't
Right.
included, so, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's, you know, it's a big cost for something that doesn't, you know,
Yeah,
obviously a cost that gets passed on to everybody, so
yeah, exactly.
I mean, you're talking pretty significant increase right there. $50,000 is a big impact on the bottom line.
Mm.
That was the totality of my list.
The only thing I'm working on right now, pardon me, lose my voice, is the mutual aid agreements for Limerick, Effingham, and
Okay.
Newfield for Monday.
Okay, yep,
So I'll have those ready for the workshop in case we need to make adjustments.
okay, sounds good,
And if they're done beforehand, I'll send them to you.
okay.
We can review them, we can talk about them next week.
I had that on my list, but I already assigned it to you.
Thanks, perfect. We're on it.
We did that on Tuesday, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, somebody
Yeah.
tagged us on that one.
I think you covered everything that was on mine. I did send off the LRAP stuff, and, you know, mostly because I had worked on a lot of that with Maya for road stuff when we were doing the April 4th thing. The grant, LRAP Spectrum, we've discussed. The consolidated bill is the consolidated bill. I mean, it's less money than it was. They disconnected a lot of our phones. That stuff we'll pay on Monday anyway.
It was a credit.
Yeah,
It wasn't a bill.
right,
Yeah, it was $200 and something credit.
correct. So I'm like, I wouldn't dispute it. It was,
No, I think it's when they switched everything over, they just got rid of all the services that we had,
yeah,
and so they'll add them, all the new ones, and so we'll just have a $200 credit towards
towards the next bill.
the next bill.
Right. Yeah, and basically we're to start filing our hard copies that we all know where it is and it's in some kind of order that we are good.
Should we keep the box that should we keep a file folder out, or however we're gonna put them in the box, bind our file folder out here for each month, at the end of the month, file them in the box in their storage room? Or do we not wanna add to that right now?
We probably don't wanna add to it, but if we had a box like this monthly, we just keep filling it in month, like,
Yeah.
by month, I think, and we can keep it somewhere that we all know where it is, so.
Yeah, I think you'll be able to fill. I think if you do
We have
a
that
folder
box,
for
and
every month, you'll never fill one of those boxes.
Yeah, exactly, so I think we can
Yeah.
leave it in here. I kick it under my desk. I don't
Let's
care.
throw them back here too.
Yeah. Oh, I know the other thing that we wanna talk about. You need a new chair.
Why? You don't like all the little black pieces of
I
fake
walked-
leather?
I walked by it the other day and I'm like, Aaron, you need a new chair.
It's just shedding. Yeah.
Can you use that one behind you?
Oh, I could probably use anything. Yeah, but
Okay,
yeah.
yeah,
I just
it's,
yeah. This was.
I'm wondering how long it's been here. How Selectboard members have sat in that. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I noticed it. I don't know. A couple months ago, it started pieces. I started to see pieces on the
Pieces
floor.
on the
and I'm
floor,
like,
right.
what is that from? And I
Yeah.
just assumed it was like from the, the duct tape on the side of the desk here. That
Speaking of desks, have you ever noticed the desks in that Danielle and Renee use, Saban? They have nice ergonomic, they can
That
raise
was
and
it, yeah.
lower. There is one more, and it's packed away in the CEO's office. Eric was gonna use it, but he never did, so if you want it, it takes a lot to put it together, it's not put together, so.
yeah.
They had to get people in to help, so, and I think Eric was one of them, so.
Yeah. I think we can kind of figure out where we're gonna go with
Yeah, and
some
then-
of those ideas and
Then take it from there.
yeah.
Yeah. In case there are people out there that don't know, the town hall is going through a major renovation because of a leak. And we've just found out that we need to do more than we expected, so, for who knows how long, we will have not access to bathrooms, although they're gonna clean the ones in the gym tomorrow. So that's what I'm thinking that. And the gym doesn't require, well, unless they do the tile in there. I'll find that out. But anyway, just so people are aware that there's stuff going on and it'll be ongoing. We'll keep reporting.
Yep. I mean, that's the more they work, the more they're gonna find, so it's not a closed loop till they're done.
I worked with Paul earlier to
Oh, I wanted to ask you.
track down, so there was power going to one of the pieces that he was trying to remove. He shut off every breaker to everything in that room and it was still working. It was a wire that he traced the conduit up into the ceiling. He got into the gym, up into the attic, crawled over, figured out it was a wire that went up, over into the time room, into an outlet that was backfed. Like, so it went into the top outlet, and then into the bottom outlet was a cord that went from the bottom outlet to a battery bank. Like one of those, like when the power goes out, battery banks.
Yeah.
So that got unplugged. Don't know. We unplugged it because he obviously is going to take it away. But yeah, I don't know who
With that battery
Jerry
bank
rigged
is,
that.
yeah, or what's stored in that.
It's just a battery. Like it was the only thing plugged into it. It was in one of those cabinets in the time room.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Is that humidifier still going in there?
No, it's about 1,000,000 degrees in there.
Okay.
But that's-
Dehumidifier, sorry.
Yeah, nothing's running in there.
Okay.
Well, it could have been, I guess.
Okay.
There was
And there was just, yeah,
a lot of noise.
yeah.
And I wasn't focused on it. That's another kind of piece of moving things out of that room is that room was very close to us losing a lot of documents.
Lot of very ancient documents that really need to be in kind of like, you know how you store things in acid-free boxes, so to preserve the ancient stuff. That, and there's stuff that should be, you know, another type of file in the clerk's office.
Yeah. So that's another thing is
Yeah.
we got to get that into proper storage, and figure that out.
Yeah.
But
Danielle went to a conference on all of that.
yeah. But yeah, so that's a piece of that is that got me nervous is how close that was because there's a bunch of files on the floor in there.
Oh, I know.
What about-
I know. We were
And
so lucky.
Did you know the sink in there was leaking?
Badly.
Badly. Yeah.
It's interesting. I mean, I've been in that room to hook up the dehumidifier,
Yeah.
and it wasn't leaking then.
Yeah, the dehumidifier was probably working extra time because the sink was leaking like crazy. So we shut the water off to the sink, or Paul
Good.
shut the water off to the sink in there. But yeah, it's looking a lot better now. But yeah, I mean we've got a water source in our file room. I think that's not great.
Do you know exactly where that propane tank is going to be set up when they move it? Not exactly.
Exactly,
Okay.
but it's going to go behind sort of the Salvation Army bin there.
Okay.
And then Maya said that he would have the guys come over and clean up the sand and stuff. I just waiting on, Paul said he still needed some to kind of level stuff
Okay.
there. But once he was good, he gave me the go-ahead. I was going to have Maya get that cleaned up.
Okay. Maya said he'd pick up the dirt that's on the side of the road by the cemetery, but
Okay.
I think I might want to take a walk through and see what other depressions are in there and maybe fill them in a bit.
Yep. See if anybody else has escaped.
Yep. Yeah. And, you know, if there's not much left, then we could just spread it on the,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a
there's a fair amount of sand
substantial
up there.
amount of sand
Yeah.
up there.
But if we, you know, if we don't use a lot of it, it's there, when he does that, he could probably pick it up if need be.
Yeah.
So.
Anything else?
I think I'm good. Just waiting to
Except
hear
for
back
me.
from Maya, and you good? All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
We're all done. You got it?
Got it. Thanks, everybody. See you Monday.
See you Monday.